Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. This is Eric the Cosmic Wizard, and this is Cosmic Tarot. So this is going to be a new moon in Libra video. I made another one, and I was like, I think I should make another one, because that first one seemed a little too specific for some people. And I was like, I think I could do better. I think I could do... that one was just kind of all over the place. Anyway, welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Eric the Cosmic Wizard, and this is Cosmic Tarot. Like I said, this is going to be a new moon in Libra, okay, video. So this is going to come out on the new moon, which is Tuesday, October 21st. So with that being said, I want you to know that, you know, the energies from this could take you a couple of days. So we're going through it right now as I record this. So, you know, just be patient with the energies. Give it a day or two, you know, and this could be things that could have happened. All right. 8 of Cups in reverse. Okay, so yeah, so you're walking away from things here, or you're trying to, you're doing your best to try to walk away. You're having a hard time, but there's something here that you haven't been able to put down. I just can't put down the cup. I don't know if it's a actual cup that you can't put down, or if it's an emotional heartache from, like, you know, a loss of grief, or grieving a relationship, a job, an animal, a loved one. There is a sense of loss here with this card, and it's painful, you know. In reverse, I feel like you are, you know, and this is past energy. So this is stuff that you've been dealing with in the past here. Ooh, shit. In the 10 of fucking wands here. God damn. I love you guys. I'm sending love, because this shit ain't easy. This shit is not easy. This shit is not fucking easy, baby. And you make this shit, whoever you are, you've been through some shit, and you making this shit. Fuck yeah. I knew it was coming. Queen of Pentacles. You haven't let the past hurt you. You're the kind of person, you know what it's like to be without. You know what it's like to have less. So you have this nurturing, giving, loving, compassionate heart. You know, I love that about you. I love that about you so much, because I try to be like that as much as I can, you know, because I've been without, and I hate, you know, my friends ask me, hey, can I borrow 20 bucks? And I'll just say, yeah, sure, whatever. I don't ask too many questions, because I know what it's like to just need 20 bucks. And then you have to, you know, but what you need it for? Well, how come you ain't spending your money? And I get it, but also, like, just say you don't want to give it to me then. Like, don't make me go through this humiliation ritual just to get $20. Like, can you help me out or not? Because I don't want to have to do all that. I've done that before, and maybe some people don't see it as that, but to me, it's very much like a humiliation ritual to like if it's a good person and you know they're gonna pay you back, then sure. But you can always say no, and you don't have to give a reason why. You can just say no. And like most good people, if you just say no, they won't cuss you out and get angry. They'll just say, okay, I understand, and they'll just keep going down the line to the next sucker. You know what I mean? But I'm like that. Like, if you need $20 and I got it, and if I got it to give, I'll give it to you. I'm not going, well, what you need it for? How come you did like, I hated that shit from my family. Like, that make me not want to ask people for money, which is probably why they do it. So if you don't like to give people money, ask them big questions on why they need it. Then they won't fuck with you no more. So, hey, teach me something. But I know what it's like to, and maybe you do too. And because of your past things that you've walked away from, maybe, you know, if somebody had just looked upon you with favor instead of just judging you for every little thing, maybe, oh shit, I forgot, I accidentally signed up for this thing. That happened to me the other day. I accidentally signed up for this thing that cost $50. I needed that $50, and I was pissed. Thank God I had it in my account though, but I was like, this motherfucker, I have other uses for this. Like, so So I know what it's like, baby. Trust me, I do. Still came out. 10 of Cups in reverse. That's hella funny. I saw that card coming. I was like, and we got the fucking 5 of Cups here in reverse. So this is something centered around family, a dysfunctional family here. You could be having your dysfunctional ass family reach out to you. You could be this Queen of Pentacles energy here, like this very motherly, and you don't even have to be a woman. I think my family could see me as this person, the person who's always there to give, and to always give and give and give and never receive. You know, a lot of times that is a man in the family, honestly. You could be the breadwinner in your family. You could be the high achieving auntie. You could be the high achieving cousin. You could be a big sister with a good government job, or big brother with a good paying job. You know, you could be living a little bit better than some of the people around you from your family, and like, you know, they could look at you like, you know, what makes you so special? Like, we all grew up this way. Exactly. We all grew up the exact same way, yet I'm the only one that, you know, took on these burdens and overcame and turned my lemons into lemonade. So that lets me know that you're the kind of person who you don't sit and like just be upset about shit not working out. You're not one to just like, oh, woe is me, the world's over. Da, 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 da. You know what I mean? Like, you know how to handle your business. And I appreciate that. And this new moon here in Libra, I think this is going to have you reassessing your relationships with those around you. And I want to take a little bit to tell you guys about this new moon tonight. And so it's in Libra, so its themes are centered around, let's see here. The new moon in Libra brings focus on relationships, balance, and new beginnings. This celestial event provides a cosmic opportunity for fresh starts in partnerships, whether romantic, platonic, or professionals. It can encourage setting intentions around harmony and fairness. While it can be a calm and graceful time, some astrologers' interpretations suggest it may also bring challenges and intense energies that require assertive action. So, do with that what you will. I think that this is going to be intense for a lot of people. My rising sign is in Libra, and I was feeling very like agitated and irritated, and just yesterday was just kind of like an icky day for me. Like, just like everything that could happen kind of happened, and like just my mind was just real negative. Like, it got really bad. Like, I was really negative in my head about myself, about my manhood, about my position in life, about my like relationship with other people, and I just really fucking like almost like I was at the point where I was like, why am I even here? I don't even want to be here. Like, this is my fucking life. Like, everyone I meet either fucking uses me for you know what, or money. I don't feel like there's a genuine person out there that actually wants to get to know me and love me. Like, I feel like everybody either wants to use me. And you know, I was like, you gotta change that thinking, because that's what you're gonna attract if you keep thinking like that. If you always think that this guy is just wanting this, or this person just wants to, you know, siphon your energy because you're a positive, uplifting person, then that's what you're gonna get. But I'm changing my mindset, right? You know, and this is the good time to start doing that. This is the perfect time, honestly, with the new moon in Libra, is to change how I see my relationships with myself and with others. So that's probably why a lot of that is bubbling up to the surface, because it's time for me to change that, you know, change that narrative, change your mind, change your view, change the way you look at you. And instead of being like, you know, you're someone who just kind of has been used and bounced around from, you know, person to person, what kind of accountability did I take in that? Like, did you or did you not jump from one person to another person? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you tend to keep multiple people around. You tend to talk to 6 or 7, 15, 20,000. You know, you got over 1,000 matches on fucking Tinder until they fucking banned my account for some fucking reason. I don't even know what happened with that. I was so mad. But then it was like, who cares? It's just fucking Tinder. It was all bullshit junk anyway. It was just validation, seeking attention. That's all it was. That's all it really was. It was like, oh yeah, I could. You can't. No. You can, but you know, it's time for you and I'm part of this. We got to change how we see ourselves and our relationships with other people. And that's not a bad thing. It could be setting boundaries with people. It could be being like, look, I need this, this, and this. You can't just ignore me for like 4 days and then be like, oh, I'm sorry, it was fucking work. Bitch, I know what that means. I've done that shit. You was talking to somebody else and it didn't work out, or it's going left, or it's like, you're bored, so now you want to hop back to me. Don't do that. But, you know, hey, I've done that shit. And so maybe that's why I accuse other people of doing that shit, because it's a reflection of me. What would you do in that situation? Oh, you just move on to the next person. I don't know what that person's doing, you know? So maybe it's calling me to change my actions. That way I predict better perceived actions for others. And I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest, okay? And the star in reverse. The star is still a star. There's some draining ass energies around you. Draining motherfuckers. But, you know, you're the star. And I think it's time for you to pull back your star card and focus that energy on you. Where are you feeling depleted and drained from people? Is it your familia? Because I think it's your familia. You could be a parent here that has a lot of little kids that just need you. But you know, and maybe they need to, like, I don't know, do something for themselves. It could be something as little as, you know what, mommy's not making we're not making breakfast today, okay? Daddy's gonna do that. Or, you know, if you're a single parent, then I know there's not a lot of flexibility. But, you know, you got to pour back into yourself somehow, in some way. You know, shit. You 13, why don't you get your ass down here and start cooking breakfast? Now, I'm not saying make the oldest kids the fucking parent number 2. That was me. I was the oldest, and there was a lot of times that I had to cook dinner and frying chicken at 6. Well, not 6. I was in the 6th grade. You know, in the 6th grade. As soon as I could... I remember that. I was fucking 12 years old frying chicken on the stove. How many 12-year-olds would you even let turn on the stove? Nowadays, these kids are so fucking... Ooh, let me not even go there. Let me not go there. Because these niggas, oh my God, I'm talking like, can't even take the trash out. Then again, this is the same world where, you know, be outside in the neighborhood just gone, out of eyesight, out of, you know, just be all over the place. You can come back home. Nowadays, you gotta watch your kids play in the motherfucking driveway. Ain't that fucking, that's how sad the world is. All you can do is play in the motherfucking driveway. You can't even go down the street. Can I go to, you can go, but you better not go in nobody's house. I was all up in the people's houses. My mom was like, don't you go in nobody's house. I was all up in the house. All up in the house. I'm talking about all up in that bitch. Like, all up in the houses. But you know, you was a kid, you don't know why your parents is like, why won't you let me go by your house? You just being mean, No, my mama didn't want me to get molested. But see, I ain't know all that. Because you a kid, you ain't thinking like that. Your parents want to protect you. Your mama like, don't you go in nobody's house. Don't you eat their food. We got food here. You know, she don't want nobody to be like, oh, she don't feed her kid. So, you know, she be like, don't you go to nobody's house. Don't you go to nobody's house. Don't you go to nobody's house. That was all she used to say, don't you go to nobody's house. You play outside or you come back home. Sorry, Mom. But I didn't get I'm good though. Nothing happened. Well, with no adults. Nothing with no adults happened. Let's just say that. Age appropriate, kid, doctor kind of. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's go before I get in trouble. But like I'm saying, you know, these kids nowadays, you know, you gotta get your energy back. You gotta do something. I don't know how we got on that tangent, but I think, you know, parents, you understand. I'm not a parent, but I was a teacher, so that was closest. I ain't gonna say that because I do want to have my own kids. I know. As I get older, I'm like, I need to hurry up. Somebody, hey, when y'all want to? Let me stop. Ooh, Mary, what is this? Celebration over a separation. You know, when you walked away from this situation here, it was a sense of catharsis from it, maybe. It was hard to leave, but you knew it was the right thing to do. It's like, it's giving, after a bad breakup, you and your girls got together and like started just going to town. You started having a lot of fun. You started like clubbing. And this King of Wands energy with this Ten of Wands, this is giving me somebody here. You handle responsibility well. And I think that is what made you, don't take this the wrong way, but you know, if you have a very stressful job, sometimes you develop certain habits to kind of like help you cope. So maybe, I'm not saying you had like a drinking problem or a smoking or something, whatever, fucking or whatever the hell it was, shopping, something, problem. But you could, Shawty can hold on. You can hold your own. You know how to, you know how to take a shot, bitch. I know you know how to take a shot. Y'all want to come kick it? Like, we can hang out, smoke, roll one up, something like. I'm just saying. Y'all know how to have fun. I know how to have fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can have some fun together. This is water. But, you know, I ain't gonna hold you. I am gonna finish my beer from last night. IPAs are good. I'm trying to drink less of the sugary shit and just get back to maybe like a low calorie beer. I really want to start working out more. I keep saying that, but I have not taken my ass to the gym. Probably not gonna go today. I'm probably not. I'm just gonna be honest with you. But I'm gonna try. The Tower, Nine of Cups in reverse. That's always an interesting combo. Okay, the Three of Wands. So, you have this, I'm not going back to the past, like, mentality. It's very much rooted in you're in a really fixed position here when it comes to life. Like, you don't want to have to adjust your life for other people here. And maybe in the past, you've been so accommodating. You've been so, you know, people are like, you know, Collective can handle it because, you know, they're great at everything that they do. So it doesn't matter. Like, they can handle all the, you know what I mean? It sounds like a compliment. And I used to take it as one when this was me, kind of. Like, you know, oh, I'm happy I'm in a position where I can help the people around me. And now, you know, that I'm kind of in this beginner phase of my YouTube career, you know, I've had to ask people for money. I've had to have my parents and my friends loan me some money. I'm eating out of my 401k to like get this shit started because I know I'm gonna fucking make that shit back. Like, I believe in myself that much, and you're someone who has that much faith in yourself. I hope, because the level of faith that you gotta have, man, the level of faith that you have to have in yourself, it seems unreal. Seems almost like delusional, because we've been taught to put our power in. This is going to get controversial a little bit, but I don't mean any disrespect. But religion has taught us to put our power into something else. It's taught us that we are sinners and we are these terrible, awful fucking creatures that were born into sin and chaos and without, you know, praying to God, and you're just a piece of shit and you're just going to burn an everlasting hellfire. And that sounds crazy to me, It really does. It sounds very like, it doesn't sound empowering. It doesn't sound uplifting at all. And and to me, our power is within us. And the true message of Christ was to look within oneself to find God. God is not out there. God is in here. He's in our heart. He was always here. You weren't made a sinner. You weren't corrupted by birth. You're just here exploring and living a life. Do we fall down? Yeah, we make mistakes. But most of us, not all of us, but most of us, I truly believe are born with a pure slate. I mean, I don't know. How could a baby that's just learning to survive be a sinner? Like, that's just, I don't know. I never believed that, even when I was a kid. I've always had trouble believing that kind of stuff. And, I just believe that our power, and not to make it be like, oh, I'm bigger than life, and, there's nothing bigger than me or greater than me. But I believe that there is a spark within me that is connected to the Most High. And I don't believe that I need to give my power to some priest or some pastor or some authority figure. Like 2121. Like, my connection with God or the universe is personal. I don't need to, go to a temple or any other place. But I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, because I do believe in the power of prayer and community and all that shit. That shit is real. Hell, I'm doing this right now with you all. That shit is real. But, your individual connection with God, it's not dependent on what this man at the pulpit says or what this dude on YouTube says to you. You have to discern for yourself, should you trust what I'm saying? Which should you trust what this person is saying? And I'll be the first to tell you, don't ever listen and believe something that someone says 100% of the time. Everybody is valuable. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know what the word I'm looking for. But everybody's able to make mistakes, right? Fallible, is that the word? It doesn't sound right, but that's the word that keeps coming to my brain. But I make mistakes. I'm human. But I know that there is a divine spark within me. So my attachment and my relationship with God is something that's personal. And I want you all to listen to what I'm saying, but also discern what I'm saying as well. Don't ever let me be like hanging on to my words with bated breath. Like, I'm not a freaking, no, I'm just a regular schmegular person, just like all of you guys. I just want to put my shit on YouTube and just maybe create a space for dialogue to happen. Okay? How did I get there? I don't know. Let's keep going though. The Fool. I feel like you are taking a leap of faith here when it comes to dealing with your dysfunctional family or dysfunctional group of people here that you have a close emotional connection with. It could be family, it could be a good friend group, it could be a good group of coworkers, it could be your soccer team, I don't know. But you are taking a leap of faith when it comes to, in my opinion, navigating your relationships with these people. Maybe you are opening up to them more, or maybe you're walking away from them. It's going to be up to you. Good luck, because it seems like these people here are very, I don't want to say narcissistic, but I'm going to say these people are very much stuck in their ways. And I don't know if you will be able to get through them the way that you would want. I feel like you need to refocus back onto you. And I think that's probably the better thing to do, is to take this leap of faith towards coming back towards yourself. And when the drama from those groups, when those text threads start piling up, just let them sit there. because you do not owe anybody your undivided attention when they do not pour into you, especially when the star card is sitting up here in reverse, as if nobody is like pouring back into you, and you're just like this infinite source, like a fucking star, like a sun, and even though it's not infinite, but you get what I mean? Nine of Cups in reverse. Yeah, you don't want to be this messiah for your family. You don't want to have to. The moon here and the Ace of Swords in reverse is, yeah, that you're not going to be. You can't, you want to do nice things. Like, I want to, one day, I want to be able to take my entire family on a trip. My grandma is in her late 70s, and she's never left, like, the U.S. And she really hasn't traveled that much either in the last 35 years that I've known her. I've never known her to really travel, like, go out of town on vacation, or, they don't really do anything like that. And I want to take them somewhere nice, my brothers and my sister. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see about how everybody gonna get there, but I don't know. Maybe somewhere down in Texas, somewhere fun. Maybe like a beach or something. Just really let them see what it's like to really just get out of town. And I want to be able to, give my nieces and nephews college funds so they don't have to start off with so much debt. I don't know if, we'll see we'll see how far this goes, but I have big dreams. I have big aspirations for myself. I really do. And I think you do as well. And I think you have a good heart. And I think now it's time for you to put some of that energy on yourself. Because judgment is coming. And what I mean by judgment, you're going to start to see that maybe some of those things that you want to do, they need to want to do that for themselves too. And if they're okay with sitting and not being where they want to be in life, then maybe you just need to let them sit there. Because what did that man tell me? If you have to lift them up, then you probably have to drag them around too. And who wants to be? I don't want to be dragging nobody around, and neither do you. This Knight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you're walking away from this toxic group of people here. So maybe this is your family. Maybe this is your co-workers. Maybe these are your besties. I don't know. But I do know. Ooh, shit. You got the Queen and the King of Pentacles. Damn. Fuck. You are doing good. You are doing real good. Cosmic Wizard approved. You were doing damn good. I'm talking. Guap, guap, guap. This is a power couple here. You got somebody ready to come into your life that's going to compliment you. You got the King and the Queen of Pentacles. This is like Bonnie and Clyde, Jay-Z and Beyonce. This is, I'm trying to think. What's that one girl name? Taylor and was Kelsey? Or is it Travis Kelsey? Or Kelsey Travis? I don't fucking know. It's that. It's like that level. Okay. There's another. I'm trying to think of white people. I'm sorry. I don't know. What's a good white couple? Damn. I'm so. There's gotta be a cute white couple I can think of. What's a cute white couple that I could think of? Like a good white, like a good Caucasian power couple here. Other than Taylor and that one dude, Kelsey or Chelsea, what the fuck's name is? Travis. I can't think of anybody. Damn, I'm gonna be knowing my white celebrities like that. Oh yeah. George Clooney and that girl, his wife, Amala, something like that. Yeah, but they like off-white, but they white. You know what I mean? She like Mediterranean or some shit. What they call it? I don't know. They white, but they like Italian white, so they like seasoned white. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let me think. What's a good? Hold on. I'm gonna get there. I'm going to find it. Anyway, we have you have just been balling. Your whole life, you've been balling. With this Emperor energy here, like, you've transmuted, like, burdens. You've made mountains. I was gonna say you made mountains out of molehills. But, you've made lemonade from just, like, the shittiest of lemons here. And, like, sold that shit and made a good profit off of it. You took the harsh life lessons. You've incorporated it. You've done the hard work. You've gone through the school of hard knocks. And now you are... Ooh, Ashton and Mila. But I think they might be in trouble because of the whole That 70s Guys show stuff that he did. But I like them. Bruce and Demi, but they got divorced. They... Meryl Streep and whoever her husband is. There you go. That's one. There we go. The Clintons. I don't think so. Y'all think Bill on that list? Because I think the reason why they ain't released the files is because everybody in Congress is on that motherfucking list, bitch. I think all them bitches. Everybody. I hope Obama not. I hope he's not. God, please don't let him be. I would just lose my faith in humanity. But I know, you know, he on the list. And I know they still ain't released the list, bitch. They did everything else. They didn't solve the war in Gaza, I guess. Maybe not. Can I say these words on YouTube? But they still, I guess that lasted for like 42 hours, or 42 minutes. But rest in peace to them. No, not rest in peace, but peace in the Middle East. You know, I want all that shit to stop. They need to stop fighting like that. They need to just sit down and just have a talk. I don't understand why we're over here still fighting. It's been decades and decades and decades and decades and decades and decades. Like, damn, bitch, that's a long time to be fighting. We forgot what the fuck we fighting over. Y'all need to get it the fuck together. It ain't even... What the fuck y'all fighting over? It ain't even that much, like, what? Stop all that. It's one world. Okay, we all gotta live here. Sure, bitch. Sure, okay? Letting stupid little differences divide us. Now we got a whole goddamn... all this stupid shit. People be worried about the wrong fucking things, y'all. Anywho... You walked away from a really bad relationship, gained your power back. Now you sitting up here with some other energy. This could be a new relationship here with this King and this Queen of Pentacles, or this could be you and your divine masculine and your divine feminine money bag. Yo. And the Three of Wands here is like, you know, you stuck. You staying right where the fuck you at. Like, you not... You gotta meet me where I'm at, kind of. This is the energy that you're giving me. It's like, you gotta meet me where I'm at. And, you know, some of these, you know, toxic, I'm trying not to call people toxic, dysfunctional relatives, family members, close associates, ex-close associates, they coming back around that mountain when she come, and you won't have to, like, really muster up this strength here with this Judgment card to make the decision to pick you, or you're going to get drained. You're going to be financially drained from these people, I think. So, you know, when you hit that lotto, bitch, don't tell nobody. And don't spend it all. The first thing you need to do after you hit the lotto, after you get a membership to my channel, is... See how I did that? Go get you a tax attorney, and yeah, a good one, not your cousin. And I don't know. Yeah, I'm a big believer of when you get successful in life, just be very cautious And I honestly, I know I said I want to do a lot for my family, but like, besides maybe like a yearly trip, you know, this ain't gonna be, you know, everybody finna get a new car, you know, everybody finna get their own house. Like, at best, you know, I might pay off after, you know. But see, I don't want nothing. I don't want shit. I don't need shit. I have a little 1-bedroom apartment that I already like stay up to cleaning with enough. Like, that's enough. You know what I mean? I got hardwood floors. I gotta mop this bitch at least. I'm talking about a mop. I got a little Swiffer mop, vacuum mop that keeps me from having to mop it once a week. But I have to do like a hard mop. I'd be lying if I said I did it every month, but I need to. It should. At least 3 or 4 times a year. The bathroom needs to be done at least a month. Anyway, this is too much. Who gives a fuck about that? You all got y'all priorities together. And it's not your job to make everyone else's life better. If you want to give back, you know. You should want to give back, first of all. Like, you should want to help your mom out. I ain't saying there's anything wrong. Like, you should want to help your mom out. You should want to help your mom and your daddy out. Like, you should, if they were good parents. I had good parents. Do they the best? Nah, yeah. They did what they could, you know. They C plus, B minus, you know. But you know, that was the 90s, so you know, it wasn't like we got a bunch of gentle parenting, a bunch of, you know, conversation. You know, I didn't get my ass beat all the fucking time like they did. You know, I wasn't getting well, no, they did fuss a lot. By the time they had my younger brother, I guess I was the oldest, so I was like the practice dummy, and they were really young. And so I think they took, like, my dad was like NWA, like he was like, that nigga, he did not play. My dad did not play. He did not play at all. There was no cock and bag. There was no disrespect. There was no what. There was no questioning. It was this and this. Now, it wasn't like no yes sir, no sir kind of shit, but it was just very much like, you know, he was just like that. But he would be goofy and silly at times too. But sometimes it wasn't always fun and games. My mom, she was just all over the place. She was just so like, you know, she was coming and going, like, yeah. Anyway, tell too much of my business. Gotta save some for the book, right? But you all, this new moon energy is going to have you redefining how you look at people, either romantically, platonically, and like they said, professionally. And I think that is a really good place to start. So I want you all to ask yourselves, where am I showing up like small in my own life in these relationships? Am I shrinking myself to like you know, dull my achievements from my family or friends, or like, or do I try to, you know, over exaggerate certain details so I seem like I can keep up and fit in with everybody? You know what I mean? So just kind of like start to question yourself, and it's like, why am I doing that? You know, how can I better serve myself in these relationships while also being attentive and caring to the needs of others, because I don't want to be an asshole. Okay, it's a good question. It's a good place to start. It's a good place to stop. So thank you guys so much for being here. I hope this reading resonates. I have a feeling that a lot of people are going to like this one. Yeah, let me know how you guys are feeling in the comments. Please let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out the bio so you can get a personal reading. The link is in the description. I need to go check my other email just because I just said that. Anyway, I love you guys. Drink water, be safe, and peace.